A man at the center of a serial killer investigation drove through North Texas about 3 weeks ago. Not only that, a police officer pulled him over for speeding. Here's what that officer didn't know. Inside that man's car were knives, axes, a shovel, and a lot more. Fox 4's Brandon Todd is in our Fort Worth newsroom with more on what happened here in North Texas. Brandon.
Yeah, Steve, that was all part of a traffic enforcement deal there in Benbrook, July 7th, just after 8 in the morning. And one of the stops that Benbrook officer made then is getting a lot of attention now.
He stopped the man for speeding and issued a citation.
In all, the traffic stop took about 8 minutes. Nothing unique, nothing made it stand out. Then, 2 days ago, Benbrook police learned the man who was cited for going 64 in a 45 along Benbrook Boulevard, 45-year-old Neil Falls, was a potential serial killer, now suspected in nearly a dozen brutal murders of call girls. So what was he doing in Benbrook?
We checked for previous contacts. We didn't find any indication that he'd spent any significant amount of time in the city. It looked like he'd been passing through.
Neil was killed more than a week ago by a woman who was likely his next victim.
I knew he was there to kill me. I could tell that he had already done something because he said that he was going to prison for a long time, and that's when I knew that he was going to kill me.
That woman, an escort, met Falls at a Charleston, West Virginia home. He pointed a gun at her. She grabbed a rake. She says he set the gun down and began to strangle her.
When he strangled me, he just wouldn't let me get any air, and so I grabbed my rake, and when he laid the gun down to get the rake out of my hands, I shot him. I just grabbed the gun and shot behind me.
There's a lady in the alley here. She's saying that some guy tried to rape her, and she had to defend herself, and she shot him. She's in the kitchen. He pulled a gun on her. She's got cuts and stuff all over.
Does she know who this guy is?
Do you know who the guy is? She said no.
This was Falls' SUV, the same one pulled over in Benbrook. This is what police found inside, a so-called kill kit, a shovel, sledgehammer, bleach, a bulletproof vest, knives, a machete, axes, and trash bags.
It's unnerving to know that a serial killer was coming through our city, or a possible serial killer, so it's definitely something that's not comfortable for us, but it's something that I'm sure happens more often than we know about.
Now, Benbrook investigators have been in contact with other North Texas police departments to see if they might be able to look at any missing persons cases or open murder cases, especially those that would deal with or relate to the sex trade or anyone that would be like a sex worker or an escort in that case, Steve. And I also talked with Lieutenant Cooper today with the Charleston Police Department. He said to his knowledge in this investigation, they don't have anything that is tied to North Texas, at least not yet. Steve.
All right, so the question we always ask, a traffic stop, was the officer wearing a body camera, or was there dash cam rolling so we can get more of a look at this guy?
Right, no dash cam in this case, but there was body camera video, but Benbrook Police Department could not get that to us today. I'm told that since the officer was really tall, the camera may not have even picked up Falls' face. And I'm told that there really wasn't much said. Again, this was one of those deals, Steve, where he just issued the speeding ticket and the man was on his way.
Yeah, but it would be interesting to see his demeanor, right? Knowing that he's a serial killer with a police officer right there who could arrest him. It'd be interesting to see. We'll see if that eventually comes out. Brandon Todd, thanks a lot.